Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. I want to start with the United States and Iran have announced and signed a ceasefire agreement to end the war and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a development many are calling a diplomatic breakthrough. First, I want to ask your reaction on this agreement, and do you believe that it offers any lessons for managing tensions and preventing escalations, for example, in other strategic flashpoints like in the South China Sea and the war in Ukraine? To both President Marcos and President Steinmeier.
Jeder Schritt in die Richtung zur Beendigung der Kampfhandlungen
in the direction of ending the fighting is a right step. We both therefore hope that we will see an actual agreement, not only a signing of a document, but that we will see an ending of the fighting and an end to the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. It is urgently necessary for the Strait of Hormuz to be opened. We talked about this earlier. This is not about abstract figures, or not only about abstract economic figures with regard to the Strait of Hormuz. It is the lives of hundreds of thousands of people that are affected. The food prices, the prices of fertilizers, reduced harvests in the coming years as a consequence of that. Therefore, both of us hope that this is a step towards ending the fighting and towards the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, hopefully also to the opening of peaceful talks with the objective of bringing about peace in the region.
Yes, well, first of all, I would like to agree with the observation of President Steinmeier. Any step towards peace is a good step. And that is hopefully what we are observing here. We heard the news a couple of days past that there has been an agreement that has been arrived at least on the basis of that agreement, that the Strait of Hormuz, the fighting immediately will stop, the blockade of the United States will be withdrawn, and the Strait of Hormuz will be open. And the freedom of navigation will once more return to the Strait of Hormuz. That is what we have been hoping for since the day after the war started. As you and I, the President has outlined some of the effects that Germany is feeling and the effects of that war. And although we are affected differently, Germany and the Philippines, we are both feeling that there is very much a crisis. And the effects on Germany and the Philippines are reflected in every country around the world. And this kind of instability makes life difficult for our own people, and therefore we await with bated breath the actual finalization of that agreement. It is some of the best news that we could hope for, if indeed it comes to fruition. That is what we are looking forward to, but we still will feel, because of the enormity of the problem of the instability that this war has caused, it's inevitable that it will take some time for us to adjust back to what will be the new normal. So we, of course, are always cautiously optimistic. We have unfortunately heard these proclamations before, and they have not come true. But we're hoping that this one is the one that will come true, and that we will start to once again bring our economies to a normal state and be able to support our